Welcome to the ParentingPlus podcast designed to support families in the foster care system. ParentingPlus is a service of bringing families together.
Hello, families, and welcome to the ParentingPlus podcast. I'm Karen J., and I'm the Community Support Coordinator and Supervisor of the ParentingPlus program here at Bringing Families Together. And our special podcast is designed to help parents navigate the foster care system and hopefully reach those positive outcomes for kids. ParentingPlus is a service from Bringing Families Together. We're an accredited child welfare agency, and we're here in Hazelwood, Missouri. So you can check us out on the web at bringingfamiliestogether.com, on Facebook, or our YouTube channel, where we have lots of parenting tips and different things like that. So you can check us out on YouTube. Don't forget to like and subscribe for some really awesome content. We really like to have that. So this episode is called Your Voice Matters: Self-Advocacy in the Child Welfare System, because we want birth parents to be able to advocate for themselves, even though they have gotten into the foster care system. We can still advocate for ourselves, and we can still do good things in order to get our families reunified. So if that's you, this is who this podcast is for. So I want to start with this. I want to say that, first of all, you're not powerless. You do, we have to start thinking about it differently. You're not powerless. You're not invisible. And you absolutely have the right to advocate for yourself and for your child or for your children. So that's what we're going to, work on today. And we will be having, as we go along, I'll be interviewing some folks, getting some information, out there to you so that you do know how to advocate for yourself and for your families. So let's jump in here. Now, first, navigating the child welfare system can seem really overwhelming. It's confusing. There's court processes, case plans, meetings filled with professionals, the unfamiliar language, that jargon that, you don't know what all that stuff means. But today, in this part one of the series, Your Voice Matters, we're going to break it down into clear, practical steps to help you self-advocate effectively and confidently and strategically. So let's dive into that. First things first, you have rights. And you think you don't, but you do. When your child enters foster care, you still have legal rights unless, of course, court has terminated them. And there is no reason for a court to terminate your rights as soon as your child comes into care. That would have to be something really egregious, like somebody would have to, basically be killed in order for your rights to be terminated. Now, there might be some things that, just depending upon the jurisdiction you're in. I'm in the St. Louis metro area, so I'm going to use some of the basic rights that you should have from my experiences in child welfare and what I, kind of know about how things are going here. But you definitely have some rights. So the first right that you absolutely have is to attend court hearings. This is a right, but understand everything that's going on in your case. And so you should be at each hearing. Anytime that they have a hearing, you should be there. Okay, so that's number one. Court hearings, you should be aware of them. Somebody should be telling you about them, and you should be there. Secondly, you have the right to have an attorney represent you. If you can't afford to pay a lawyer, the judge is going to appoint one to take your case. And you might be asked to fill out a financial form, but most people can get somebody to help them because the state pays the lawyer's fees, and that's how they get involved. So if you don't have your own attorney and the court says, hey, I can provide one for you, then absolutely take that attorney. Okay. Thirdly, you have the right to participate in the case planning. You'll hear about case plans, and basically that's kind of a big, kind of a jargon word. But what it means is that, this is the thing that, got the kids into the attention of the children's division, or the state agency, CPS, whatever they call it there where you live. This is what happened, and this is what we're going to do to change it. So they might ask you to do some things. It might be that you go to a parenting class. It might be that you go to some treatment. It might be that you attend some therapy, whatever it is. But you have a right to participate that, because this is your family. And you should also participate in how your case is going to go. So that you should be there. Most parents are so shocked and overwhelmed that they kind of sit there in stunned silence while things go on around them. It's hard to navigate, but it's important to be an active participant in the family support team meetings that they have, as well as those court hearings. So I said, first of all, make sure that you're at the court hearings. Secondly, make sure you're at the meetings. Here in Missouri, we have family support team meetings periodically. We should have one actually within 3 days of your kids coming into care. So anytime they have a meeting, you should be participating in that meeting. Okay? So those things are really big. So what did we say? We had the right to attend court hearings. You need to be at court hearings. You have a right to have an attorney represent you. You absolutely do. You have a right to participate in the case planning. That's the third thing. Now, the fourth one is that you have a right to visit your kids. You have a right to visitation. You can see them. The challenge is that initially visits are probably supervised by a case manager or from somebody like from my team, because we do supervise visits and we support families that way. And the visit could be limited. It could be limited to an hour at first. Now, this is going to be disappointing for you and for the kids, but here is how you can make things better. This is what I'm going to tell you. Give each visit your best. I always tell my parents, this is your power hour. Power hour. I have a short video that explains how ParentingPlus approaches supervised visits, and I'll show you that. It's called Visitation Victory. But you come with your parenting A game. You're on time. You have confirmed that you're going to be at the visit. Usually they might be in the community somewhere. They might be in a McDonald's or a playground or whatever. But make sure that you're there on time, that you bring diapers and snacks and, things for the kids to do and play with. These are your children. So this is an opportunity for you to spend time with them, not, ragging the case manager, talking about the system and all of that. Relationship with your children. And that's what's going to happen there. And I'll share that with you at some point, our visitation victory. All right. So we've talked about those 4 things. Now here's number 5. You have the right to receive reasonable efforts towards reunification. What does that mean? Well, that means that your caseworker has to provide and connect you with services that are designed to strengthen you and help reunify your family. So keep in mind, some are experienced workers and some are newer to the system. And they might not have all of those, tips and tricks like, Karen has, and Karen's been doing this for 34 years. Okay, but everybody who is a social worker has a supervisor, and that supervisor is also going to help them, help you navigate all of those things. So either way, whatever it is you have to do, I teach parenting classes. ParentingPlus has an awesome parenting class. We use the Nurturing Skills for Families curriculum. It's approved by the courts. It's evidence-based. Your court's going to take it. But there's other agencies that also have parenting classes. Look around and see what's going to fit you. Some of mine are in person. Some of mine are also virtual, so that you can get what you need. If you can't drive and you have only a limited amount of time, you might want to take a virtual class. If not, and it feels good and you want to get supported that way, because you're in class with other families that are there for the same reason. They're working to get their kids back. So whatever it is that you can do to get those services done, take them seriously and get them done as soon as possible. Either way, there's nothing wrong with asking appropriate questions, advocating for improvements, and saying something if something isn't going right or something's not going well for you, then you have a right to speak up and let somebody know that, hey, I need help with this or that. Anytime you don't understand your rights, ask your attorney, ask your caseworker, ask the judge in court if necessary, because a lot of them will, let you ask you if you have any questions or if you have something to speak, because knowledge is power. Knowledge is power. The more you understand the system, the stronger you advocate for yourself. All right. So let's kind of review what we talked about today as we wrap up our first podcast. We said that you're not powerless, you're not invisible, and you absolutely have the right to advocate for yourself and for your children. Remember that? We talked about that first. Okay. The next things that we talked about were, remember, the right to attend court hearings, the right, that's number one. Number two, the right to have an attorney represent you. Number three, the right to participate in the case plan. Number four, the right to visit your children. And number five, the right to receive reasonable efforts towards reunification. Those are our biggies. Those are our top five. Now, next time, when we get together and we talk, we're going to talk about how you, once you have that attorney, how you build that relationship with that attorney so that, that attorney knows how best to represent you. So what I'm going to do is make sure that I am actually having an attorney talk about things that you and that attorney should be talking about when your kids are in care, so that you know and have an idea about what kind of questions to ask, what kind of things to ask for, what rights you absolutely have in this system. So next time, be looking for that. That'll be our part 2 of Your Voice Matters. Now, anytime you need some help, or you need to remember the tips that I gave you today, feel free to go ahead and replay this so that you know your basic rights and what it is that you can do. With that, from Bringing Families Together, I'm Karen Johnson, and I am hoping and wishing for you that things go well and that you receive, your blessings and you get your goals and you meet those goals. And those goals are getting your children back home. Thanks so much for listening, and we'll talk again soon. Bye.
When kids enter foster care, staying connected with their family is vital. Parent-child visits play a crucial role in nurturing that bond. That's where ParentingPlus comes in, guiding you through the visitation process to ensure you can enjoy quality time in a safe, supportive environment. It's common for ParentingPlus staff, case managers, or designated caregivers to supervise these visits, which can happen in various locations. Depending on the visitation plan your family support team develops together. So how can you achieve visitation victory? First, reach out to your specialist to confirm attendance, making sure you do this by noon the day before the visit. Then simply show up on time. If you're running late, just give your specialist a quick call. Remember, your kids can't wait to see you. Next, bring your parent in A game, pack diapers, toys, books, and snacks. Finally, focus on your kids and keep the atmosphere positive. Whether it's a 1-hour visit or more, make every moment count. These high-quality visits foster family togetherness, joy, and take you all a step closer to victory. This message is brought to you by the ParentingPlus program. To learn more about ParentingPlus, visit us at bringingfamiliestogether.com.